Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? This is gonna be kind of a different video, a little bit. Well, it ain't gonna be real different, but it's gonna be, I don't know. Anyway, it's one of the maintenance days, right? So I usually don't shoot the stupid stuff like just little nitpicky things, and I don't know. Anyway, and something was going through my mind uh, about a video I made the other night. I showed you the little prodding tool that we use, but I didn't show you how to do it. I mean, I felt bad about it, so guess what? We're gonna do it. This is one of the little pots you get at Lowe's when you buy your plants or whatever. It's actually got holes in the bottom, and I don't actually run anything with holes in the bottom, but I mean it doesn't matter. You can run them with holes in the bottom if you want them, but if you want to put holes in the side, then it's pretty fairly simple. You just take, I don't know, a candle if you don't have a torch. I just happen, I don't know, I just happen to have a torch, so I use a torch. But you can use anything that makes heat. But you take a torch like so. All right, let's see here. Put it right in there. Yep. Put a torch right there like that. Real easy now, right? And you stick this sucker right here at the end, and you heat the little punch up. Now you could use a nail, you could use a flathead screwdriver. I have done that. Used a flathead screwdriver and just made slots in the cup. But you just take this thing like this and you heat it up. And it's real simple here. Let's see. And you go whoop, like that, and you just burn a hole in it like that right there, and then just heat it up some more. And going around, if you get it good and hot, you can go around and make 3 or 4 holes with it. But which I've got plenty of bait cups as it is, and sometimes I don't even use them. I just take and shove a banana down in there, and I know where I put it, so I go to it, bring it out, and just scoop everything around it. Even with the cup, I still do the same thing. I take seeds. All you gotta do is just poke some holes in there like that. It's a whole lot easier than than drilling it, because if you drill it, sometimes you got pressure. Plus you got the danger of going through the cup and drilling a hole in your hand or something like that. But that right there is pretty simple, and once it gets cooled off, just shove it back over here, heat it back up some more, and keep going, and you'll wind up with a bait cup basically. So I mean, it's not that hard, but I just wanted to show you. And like I said, you can do this with a screw, you can do it with a nail, you can do it with anything with a point on it. You can use a bolt. I mean, it doesn't have to have an actual point on it. It gets hot enough, it'll go in there. So just take it, just take it over here like this, and just stick it in there like that, and just come on around there like that. And hey, real simple. Nothing crazy about it. You gotta be careful, make sure you don't burn yourself doing this, but I still like this a lot better than I do a drill, especially with the thin plastic. A lot of times it'll try to bust it if you drill it. It'll grab it, snatch it, twist it, and it'll try to actually crack it. And so this is a little bit easier on the plastic too, is just to do it like this. So just pop some holes in there, keep coming around. And you have a bait cup, so, like I said, it's not rocket science, pretty simple. So, yeah, and if you want to see the results of it, like I said, alright, mine doesn't, the one I use doesn't have holes in the bottom, okay? This was just a demonstration cup. But I put bedding in the bottom down here, about an inch or so. I put my bait in there, which is usually a ripe, rotty, whatever you want to call it, banana. Then I put a little bit of bedding on top, and then I put it in, and then I water it good in the cup and around the cup a little bit, and let all that juice get in there and everything, and they'll come to it. They'll get in there, and let's go see how many's left in this hatchling bin that, well, casting bin that we pulled out of the bathtub a while back. Let's go and take a look and see how many are loaded up in there. We've already pulled that cup about, I think I pulled it 2 or 3 times. So let's go over here and take a look. All right, here we are. This is the finished castings that I sifted out of the bathtub. And we've been trying to get everybody out of it that we can get out. This thing's been sitting down here on the floor, I don't know, probably I guess a month or so. Trying to give them time and everything to hatch out to and everything, and just bait them out. And let's see what we got here. I see some down there in the bottom, not much. Oh yeah, there's still some in the bottom down here. Couple more of them. It's not bad, but it's getting less and less, and that's good. That means it's working, and that's what we're after. So they're in that. Yeah, look at there. They're in there pretty good. So yeah, it's still working. Yeah, it's still working. That's good. And they're still in there. That's a ton of cocoons in there, and hatchlings was in there when we went through it the first time. So I figured it was going to be a process like this, but hey, guess what? It's okay. It's perfectly fine. I'll get them as many as I can out of here like this. And we'll probably put this just right back in and let them have at it. Make sure we ain't missing a big ball of worms anywhere. Put a little bed in the cup again, load it back up, and send it on its way probably. We'll drop that back in there. We'll take these babies and put them over here. Now what we do is we're going to go in here like this, and fold that back and take a look. See if we see anything laying around it. Like I said, a lot of times they won't even get in the cup. They'll come to the edge, and if that juice is coming out and everything, they'll sit there and suck on that juice. Yeah, see, not bad. Not bad at all. We're getting less and less every time. That means it's working. So that's good. All right. Throw it right back in there like that. A little bit of castings on top there. Put that sucker back in there like that. And just like that. I don't pack it in there around. I just make sure it's making good contact around the bait cup. And that's awesome. And we'll water that. I'll run the water straight into the cup here and maybe a little bit around it. And just keep this section moist. And that even helps draw them in even more, because I'm letting it dry out around the outside edges anyway. So we're kind of squeezing them in. But yeah, there's that. That's how we do that. All right, hang tight. We'll go back over here to the workstation. All right, so I believe this is, I know it's bin 21. And There's one waiting on us. I think this is mainly juveniles and hatchlings. I think this is the last one I made up with the bait cup. Yeah, that looks like what's in here. Yeah. Well, guess what? We're gonna get some more in here. This is that shredded, or is it? No, 13 was the shredded cardboard. So, yeah. A bunch of little ones in there. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna add to it. That's what we're gonna do. We'll just add these into this one, and we'll be in good shape. So let's see what we got. See what it really looks like. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good little haul out of a bait cup. Probably, no, that's 100 or more. Well, that's okay. That's good. All right. Well, gotta give them a home. They'll ease down in there and get comfy. And speaking of 13, where's 13 at? Let's go have a look at 13. 13 was our blended cardboard bin that we did. And we can take a quick peek at it, I reckon, while we're in here messing around a little bit. 13 was that blended cardboard that I shredded the cardboard up fine, almost like powder, and then we wound up taking and putting a blend to it. So I think I blended in a banana or something, some fruit or something with it to sweeten it up. Let's see what they've left us. Not much. There's still a little bit down in there, but not much of that cardboard left at all. So, yeah, that's cool. I figured if we get them eating right and feeding right, they will definitely do the right thing. There's some of it right there. A little bit of it left there. In here. So, yeah. It's still in there in the very bottom. So they're doing good though. They're working it. Excuse me. But yeah, that's awesome. Everybody have a good old time in here. I come in here and mess them all up, you see. Like I said before, they're better without us. All right. There we go. And so, that's just chopped up, ground up, however you want to call it. I mean, I almost got it to a powder form. I ran it through my shredder twice. Now, it's a 6 sheet, 12 sheet, cross cut, blah, 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 whatever shredder. But then what I did was I took 2 pieces of paper and folded it up and made it like an envelope kind of, and I filled the micro cut pieces into that piece of paper and shot it through the shredder again. So I double cut it. So anyway, and then I put it in the blender and blended it and actually shredded it into basically powder just about. And so you can do the same thing with egg cartons. You can take them suckers and just about powderize them. So and then we shot, I think, like I said, about a half of old juicy banana into it and got it right, and then fed it to them, and they're working it. So yeah, and I feel like that's a faster breakdown of the cardboard than any of the other bins that I've got. Even though the shredded cardboard bin itself, they ain't working it that fast. And it's all on a micro scale. I mean, that's the whole thing. There's a discussion this morning with 2 different people on a page about feeding food. The lady said something about she had too much food, so she just wanted to give her worms the food they wanted. And you know, and somebody come on in and said, well, just feed them greens and vegetables and this and that. And I was like, hey, I tell you what, if your worms aren't eating it fast enough, why don't you just blend it all up, throw it in a bucket, put a lid on it, let it sit there and rot, and they will eat the mess out of it. It'd be faster than any food you got that you can feed them. So, you know, and it's a good way to store it. I mean, that's what we just did, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, a week or so ago, whatever it was. We blended out a whole nother 5-gallon bucket of food. It was over here, done got straight in a big tote. I just chopped it up, threw it in the blender, blended it up, threw it in the bucket, put the lid on it. It's funky when you take the lid off, but I take the lid off and I feed them, and I put the lid back on. I don't let it aroma the whole house, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But yeah, like I said, that's just a couple of things, issues we dealt with this morning and stuff like that. Got on my mind, I guess. And there's somebody else asking about holes on bins and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't put any holes in any of my bins. And somebody was talking about condensation. Well, you see the condensation, right? You see it dripping off like rain, right? Well, guess what? That's good. I don't have to water this bin. I won't be adding any water. They're perfect. They're happy. They're fat. They're nice and hydrated. And they're good. They tickle to death. So, yeah. Let's take a look at these boys. We hadn't looked at them in, I don't know, a while actually. It's about to come to an end. But this is the natural bedding, which is, yeah, see, they were already about finished, and I started adding them to the top. So, yeah, they eat what we put in, or eating. Some of it's still there, but man, look at the juveniles in here. You got hatchlings, juveniles, cocoons all over the place. And big old fatties. Oh yeah. Good deal. This bin here, I'm only letting this bin continue to run due to the fact that I'm trying to let this other bin, the cardboard bin, catch up. So yeah, let's look at the cardboard bin. That's the one we want to look at, ain't it? This bin here is getting some weight on it. Alright. Yeah, this bin here weighs about half as much as the natural bins. See, that's okay. I mean, they're still putting some castings up here on the top, and it's getting thicker as we go down in there like that. It's getting better. It's getting better. Oh, yeah. Definitely getting better. Let's see if they eat. Yeah. Do you see how pale some of them are? That's a really pale worm right there. But, I mean, like I said before, this is what they're eating. This is the, you know, and we did the comparison a while back, you know. I laid the one from the natural and the one from the cardboard next to each other, and they were, you could tell the difference. So, try to fluff this one because I know how cardboard is anyway. It'll try to compact on you. So look at how pale he is. It's only about right there is color, and everything else down here is yellow, instead of just the tip being yellow. Anyway. Let's fluff it, I guess. Ain't gonna hurt one bit. I've tried to cut their food back a little bit because I'm trying to get them to consume this cardboard. So, yeah, they're really pale. But yeah, when they're still in here, still healthy. The only thing that's different is just I guess just the color of the worm itself. So, but yeah. They don't look bad. Don't look bad at all. But we're going to weigh them because, like I said, we put 1.7 ounces of worms in each bin. So we're definitely going to do that. We'll do a comparison look at the castings. And we'll do a comparison of the worms, the colors, and sizes, I guess, too. I mean, I can't guarantee you sizes because there were multi-generations in here. So you're definitely going to have, you know, those. And then you're going to have all the way down to probably hatchlings. So, because I know we had cocoons in here. Cocoons are really hard to spot. So there's an itty bitty teeny weeny with a baby. Right there. Itty bitty teeny weeny with a baby. So yeah. So we've got all generations in here now too. So yeah. But yeah, we'll do I guess a full, weigh out from, see what we got up from the 1.7. And yeah. That's about the best comparison. I think Toga over at Toga's Worm Playground, he's actually going to send his castings off, I think is what he said. He's going to send the castings from his leaves versus his cardboard bin. He's actually going to send them off and have them checked. Now, that'll be pretty cool. So, no, I'm not doing that. He says like $300 a test or something. Ain't no way. So, yeah. No, we'll wait to see what Toga's results are. Yeah. Anyway. All right, that looks good. Now it's doing it, It's doing it. All right. It's a 529 grow out bin here. Bin number 9. This is the bin I decided I'm not gonna feed blended food. All right, but I can see castings right there. So yeah, and I love how they landscape. They get everything all smooth and worked out and flattened out, and then it's cool when you come in. You can either see a hump or you can see a depression, where you fed it and stuff like that. But see, I can see the rows in there. It's really cool to see, and I can see the castings laid in there. There's actually one poking up right there. But yeah, they're definitely working it. Doing a fine job. Yeah, definitely doing a fine job. They're mad at me now, see? Coming here messing with them. Yeah. Looking good. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to feed them. I don't think I'm going to feed them anything. I think I'm just going to let them have the bed. That's plenty. Trust me. They got compost, leaves, leaf compost, yard waste compost, the shredded leaves, coffee grounds. They got plenty in here to eat. This is all food. They will consume this. And I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, but I've read that the worms actually consume their castings up to 2 times. So, yeah, I mean, everybody's worried about starving the worms and this and that. Nah. So, I think I'm just going to leave this one. I think it's going to be number 9. It's going to be the no feed bin. And we'll just let them have this. So, we'll just go from there. We'll see how it does. It looks like it's doing pretty good right now. Because I mean, I can still see castings all the way around the edge where I didn't touch it. Where they come along, came and deposited and mowed the yard for us. So yeah, looks good. I know these other 4 or 5 bins, I know they need feeding. Because they haven't been fed. These are 524. And then here, says slight depression right in there. Everybody mad at me now. Let's feed them, I guess. Whew. That stuff is right. All moldy and funky. But it's alright. Because they get that right there. I feel like it's no, it's alright. It's loose. Not as bad as I thought it was. Now come on over here, it's feeding time. Roll call to the mess hall. Alright. Yeah, I thought it was getting a little tight, but it ain't. It's just tight in the middle where we had fed it, I guess. Come in there. Damn, he's just kept coming out of the hole when I pulled him. I call this a family reunion. You don't already know. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We're doing a family reunion. Get everybody up here in the middle where they need to be. Everybody can go eat too, you see. Because that stuff's ready to eat. I don't have to wait for it to do anything. I put it in, it's ready. They can start on it. It's one that they ain't snuck out in the middle of the night and try to get in the bucket. But yeah, it's ready. I don't have to, I don't put it in here and take them 3 days to get to it and start working on it. That stuff is right. It is ready to go for the show right now. So there we go. And if they'll go straight on down, guess what'll happen? They'll be eating. Man, they just keep coming, don't they? I feel like Mike Rowe now. He was on that one episode where they was doing the worms and they were counting them. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. It ain't even been, what, a month since we set this bin? They're doing an excellent job for it only to be 30 days. So, I'm happy with that. What is that? Oh, what? Yeah. 3 ounces of worms, 524. Not bad. Not bad at all. what that is. They kicked it up though. Whatever it is. We're going to put it over there. This is our nugget box here. This is, I don't know. This thing might be empty. I ain't sure. I can't remember. It's the little nugget. I remember the little nugget. It was the one I thought we were pulling, pulling worms out of, but no. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, they're still here. They're working it though. Good God, they worked it. This one here is probably going to be the next one to get redone. Yeah. Yeah, I can feel it in my fingers. Yeah. About finished. About finished. We're not going to feed this one. Ain't no need to feed it because I'm going to clean it out and ain't no need me to have to dig that out too. So, definitely. Yeah. Definitely time for this one to be done. So, yeah, the compaction starts really bad once it gets, they get finished. The castings, they don't absorb the moisture. Well, they do absorb the moisture, but they don't dissipate it in it. Is really kind of what happens. It gets muddy on you, clumpy, start getting bally on you. So, yeah, I'm not even gonna fool with this one. Yeah, and that little piece right there, I remember it. It was in here to start with when I cleaned it out last time. I think I threw it back in here, but yeah, it's definitely time to roll this one out with some fresh bedding. So all right, well we know we got one to clean out. Y'all don't forget, and we'll clean it up. That ain't nothing but one. There ain't nothing to it but to do it. But it won't be today. I've got sheetrock to go hang, so we're not getting involved in anything in depth. But we'll definitely clean it out and reset it. Definitely. Yeah. Looking good, looking good. Wow, look at all the babies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 little hatchlings right there all together. Alright. That's okay. It ain't never bad when you gotta clean one out. That means it's all going good. Alright. We'll set this one over here to the side so that we'll know bin number 6 needs to be reset. So when you go through and do like that and it still busts up, you know you're okay. When it starts balling up, then you know that they're getting done with it. So. Easy, don't break it. Don't break it. So that mold on there, yeah, that's ready. Mm-hmm. There we go. Wow, babies everywhere, babies, more babies. Wow, cool, awesome. My kids are growing so fast. All right. Deal. I think one day I'm gonna get bored though. I think I'm gonna clean them all out and just put them all in like one bin or something. And look at there. Kind of a little adventurer here. Mm-hmm. Okay. He's like, oh, I wasn't doing nothing. I was just hanging out up here, chilling, enjoying the view. Boop. All right, but yeah, I think maybe I might get bored one day and just, I don't know, break out and put them all in one bin to see how many worms I've got, because I really don't even know how many worms I've got. People ask, how many worms do you have? I'm like, I have no idea. I really don't. Look at them now, they're little itty bitty suckers here. Just hanging out. Up here on the lid. Little pink moving hairs. And that sucker right there is itchy bitty. Little baby. I don't even know if you can see that sucker or not. But yeah. Alright. Let's see. Get in my way here. My seat. Ain't bad. And see, this is blended food and compost mixed together. So I put some compost in it, because every time I blend the food, it gets wetter and wetter and wetter until I come up with a screening system or something where I can retrieve some of the water back that I'm using every time I want to blend. I just add compost in to get it that pasty funkiness that I want. So it's not all water. So, you know, that is something I do to keep the moisture extra down and keep the muddy situation away. Because you can still over water using blended food, so, you know. let's see. Uno más. Yes. Uno más. Where's my specialty tool at? I just want to take a look through here real quick. Y'all got a minute? Yeah, there's a cocoon. There's a cocoon. There's a cocoon, there's a cocoon. Yeah, that's good. That's what we want. We want some cocoons. Well, that's good, that's good. Just, it worried me for a second because I had to put my peepers on here and I still didn't see any. So maybe I'm just getting blinder. Yeah, there's one there. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure we were having a productive being here. Yeah, there's a cocoon. There's a cocoon. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright. It's always good to check everything on there. And I don't know if you noticed, I reached in here with this hand earlier and did like this. I was checking the actual moisture and the temperature and everything, the dampness of the sole. I can't feel it with this glove, so I put it in this hand so I can feel it. Just see it's sticking a little bit to me, so yeah, it's moist. Still smell a little bit of that food when I turn it over in the middle here, but guess what? It's all pretty much gone, so we're gonna give them a little shot here. Ain't gonna hurt them one bit. We'll get a little something here. I just flatten it out. That way I get it the lowest point I can under this bedding. So that I can cover it up with a decent amount of bedding. Try to keep the critters from getting to it and starting a problem. So we try to get it under at least 2 or 3 inches of bedding. That way that's down there. They'll deal with it. Nothing else can really get to it. Gotta worry about a bunch of fruit flies. We've got some, but a lot of them are gnats from outside and stuff and everything like that too. So yeah, I left a watermelon, about a half rotted watermelon sitting in here in a 5-gallon bucket for about 2 days. That was a mistake, but yeah, I got every single damn fruit fly and house fly, horse fly, yeah, dragonfly. Anyway, it's alright. We got rid of it. We made it really, really small. Put it in a 5-gallon bucket. So, alright, there we go. Alright. Looking good, my little children. That's what we do right in here. That's a little looky into what it takes to do what we do. And it doesn't take that long. It ain't that complicated. None of that really. Oh yeah, listen. While you're here, check it out. Made a little improvement. I don't know how it's working. Let's see. Yeah. Little handle, little 99-cent little knob out of the Lowe's hardware department for the cabinets. Oh, what's that? Over here. Hey, man. Can you see what I'm talking about? There we go. So yeah, got a little knob on it from the hardware department at Lowe's for 97 cents. So I'll put that on there. It had a little hole in it already. It was a perfect place to put a knob. They just failed to put a knob. We fed them the other day, so we're not gonna mess with them. We want to mess with them, we can't mess with them. We'll leave them be. We can go ahead and get digging in them. They trying to eat. And all I want to do is slow them up. That's why I said they're a whole lot better off when we're not around. Alright, that piece of paper I put in has turned loose now, so I'm gonna make us up another tray and put some cardboard in it. I got some shredded cardboard, and I'll put it in some bedding, mix it together or something, put it in that bin and put it underneath this one as a fail safe. That way everything that does come through it can inoculate what I need, and that'll be my future second bin on top of this one. But it's a fail safe to catch any worms that come through. Make sure they don't get down here in this bottom tray and drown. So that's the main thing, and I'll actually start making sure I keep a good check on it now and keep it drained, and probably clean that casting, the bedding that's down in there out. And yeah, but yeah, that's it. That's where we're at with that. I hope you enjoyed the little run through of what it takes to do little projects and little goofy stuff and engineering, designing, building, making it all happen. It's a blast down here. But yeah, now let's go hang some sheetrock, I reckon, and then we start mudding and taping it. Yeah, that sounds fun, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, so listen, I hope y'all getting ready. You know what it is. So what is one more day after today, and then what? It's Friday. That's good too. Yeah, the weekend will kick off right. Alright, so I appreciate you coming, checking me out. You know what we say around here, right? Say it with me. And we'll see you on the next one.